Armando Salguero of the Miami Herald had an interesting story yesterday about Tua Tagovailoa. The Dolphins came out immediately after the season ended and said that Tua will be the starting quarterback in 2021. That came straight from GM Chris Greer, Coach Brian Flores on board. Salguero has, and look, you can understand why the players would not want to be named here, 3 unnamed players who aren't sold on Tua. And that's not a shock. I think most people, other than Brian Flores and Chris Greer, are taking a let's wait and see. We're not quite sure what this guy is going to be, and we're concerned he's never going to be as good as Justin Herbert was in his rookie year.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of concern there. And as we've talked about before, listen, players, once they get to see you in person and do all that stuff, they know more times than not. And let's not forget, a lot of these Dolphins players saw Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert on the field this year. So they saw that, and they went, wait, our guy doesn't look like those two guys. So I think anybody who watched football and has somewhat of an understanding, if you're going to be totally unbiased and realistic about it, you're going to go, wait, hey, I saw a few things I like, but wait, how good can he be? I think that's a legitimate question for anybody watching the sport right now. Now, the question is going to be like kind of what you said there at the end. Do Chris Greer and Brian Flores, are they really all in? I think, and I've heard some people who know people down there in Miami where there is true questions about Tua within the organization. And I think that the conversation of we might draft another quarterback is not dead yet in Miami. I don't think it's dead, and I think that's going to be something to watch for. They could be one of those, under-the-radar teams that's doing quarterback diligence here, and don't be shocked. So I'll be surprised or interested to see where this goes, because I certainly don't think he did anything in my mind to go, oh, he's the future, there's no doubts about him, and we're good to go. I don't know about that yet.
2 points. One, they hold the 3rd overall pick in the draft by virtue of the Laramie Tunsil Kenny Stills trade. The Texans would have had the 3rd pick. The Dolphins have it. You need to do your due diligence on all the quarterbacks if you have that pick, because you may be trading that pick and you are in your best possible position to negotiate an ideal trade with someone who's coming up to get a quarterback in that spot. If you're able to say, yeah, but he can do this and he can do that, and we've looked at this and we've looked at that. And that's why you do the workup on the quarterbacks. And then in the process of doing the workup, if you decide that maybe one of these guys is better than Tua, you got to have the flexibility to do it. But the other reality, Chris, is there's no reason for them to say that now. There's no reason to telegraph it now.
No.
There's no reason to undermine Tua now, because if you don't find an upgrade, you got to love the one you're with. And you don't want to have him spending the months of January, February, March, and April worrying, are they going to find somebody better than me? Are they going to try to find somebody better than me, or am I their guy? Oh, they told me I'm the guy. I can focus on my preparations for 2021.
Mike, if he's in reality, he knows that's got to be a question. He has to know that. By the way, you got benched twice by Ryan Fitzpatrick. In big moments. He came in and tore it up right away when he came in. He was running the same plays you were running. And then, yes, the end of the year, we saw Ryan Fitzpatrick can't come in. The game changed, and Tua was overmatched in Buffalo in Week 17. He was, fish out of water, really. I didn't mean to make that pun there with the Dolphins, but they're not really a fish. They're a mammal.
That's all right. They're not fish, so it doesn't
exactly
matter.
Right. So
mammal out of water.
But either way, right, mammal out of water there. And that was, so we'll see where it goes. I'm certainly not sold. I really wonder how sold the Dolphins are. And that's what we're going to have to look for here as the offseason unfolds.
And no reason to tell us now that they may not be sold. It would screw things up if they don't find someone better and they preserve their position of strength as they consider a veteran free agent, as they consider what they may do in the draft, whatever the case may be. But the warning signs are there. Just the fact that they had to use a relief pitcher in a league full of guys who pitch complete games, that's enough for Tua and anyone else to say something's not right here.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.